So, the next property we can look at is time reversal. So, if x of n has Z transform x of z, yes, question. Yeah, so what you can do, that's a good question. So, you need to exploit the fact that x of z equals x star of z star, right. So, one fallout of this x of z being equal to x star of z star. So, if z were real, z star will be the same as z. So, for real z, x of z will be the same as x star of z. For a real sequence x of n, because x of z equals x star of z star, when the variable z is real, you can conclude that the transform also is real. So, that is not surprising, because if you look at this just from the plain definition, this is x of n times z to the minus n summed up over all n. If x of n were real and if z also were real, the quantity has to be real. So, that is another way of seeing this. So, these are some of the inferences that can be drawn from the Z transform, but typically this property is exploited in the case of DTFT for real valued sequences, where half the information is enough. So, this is Z inverse, and proof again is pretty straightforward here. All you need to do is and then replace n by minus n and relabel this one. So, this becomes x of n z to the n, but really this is z to the n can be written as z inverse power minus n, because you want it of the form the complex variable to the minus n. So, this is really x of z inverse, and you want R1 less than this. Let me see if I got that right. So, we can see whether I made an error there. So, this is what? So, if you look at this, so this is R1 less than 1 by mod z, correct? Therefore, this implies you have so this is mod z less than 1 by R1. So, I should have this as, so this is what you meant? Yeah, so this should be 1 by R2, correct? One by R1. Did I get it right now? Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, the ROC should always be of the form mod z between two quantities. You are right. Therefore, this is now 1 by R2 less than mod z less than 1 by R1. Okay, now it's correct, right? Yeah. And again we can use this property to derive this transform. We know that a to the n u of n is 1 by 1 minus a z inverse mod z greater than mod a, and we also know that minus a to the n u of minus n minus 1 is 1 by 1 minus a z inverse mod z less than mod a. So, we will derive the second transform starting from the first using the time reversal property. So, a to the n u n has 1 by 1 minus a z inverse mod z greater than this. Therefore, if you replace n by minus n, you have u of minus n. So, this is 1 by 1 minus a z, and this is mod z less than 1 over mod a. Now, let us multiply numerator and denominator by minus a inverse z inverse. Therefore, this becomes minus a inverse z inverse, and this is 1 minus a inverse z inverse. All I have done is multiplied numerator and denominator by minus a inverse z inverse. So, this is mod z less than 1 over mod a, which I have written as mod a inverse. Now, I have a factor z inverse in the transform. I want to get rid of that. To get rid of that, I need to multiply by z. If I multiply in the transform domain by z, I can get rid of this z inverse factor. But if I multiply the transform domain by z, in the time domain, I have to replace wherever n is there, I have to replace n by not n minus 1. You are multiplying by z. You have to replace n by n plus 1. Okay. Therefore, I have minus a to the wherever n is there, I am going to replace n by n plus 1, and this is u of n plus 1. Now, I can get rid of this and now I can cancel I can cancel one a inverse factor and take this minus sign to the other side. Therefore, this becomes minus a to the minus n u of minus n minus 1. So, I have taken this minus sign to the other side. I have cancelled one a inverse. So, therefore, this is 1 by 1 minus a inverse z inverse mod z less than mod a inverse. So, now let a inverse equal to b. Therefore, this becomes minus b to the n u of minus n minus 1, and this is nothing but 1 by 1 minus b z inverse with mod z less than mod b. So, again we have used properties to derive the transform of one starting from the transform of the other. Note that time reversal causes a causal sequence to become anti-causal and vice versa. If x of n were causal, x of minus n is Also notice this difference between these two properties. You had minus 1 to the n x of n, this is x of minus z, whereas x of minus n is x of z inverse. And time reversal causes a causal sequence to become anti-causal and vice versa.